Yo, what's up, guys? Late back here again with another video. In this video, I want to go on the topic of me trying to cop a new car this year. Honestly, copping a new car in these new years is really hard because everyone's overly taxing cars these days. I don't know why. I mean, I guess because of inflation, the tariffs, or whatever. But like, it is so difficult to buy a car at a good price because it is very annoying. Because take it me, like, I was looking for cars. I was just researching cars, trying to find a car, like the right car for me, because you know I, I've only had used cars in the past. So like, I wanted to buy a nice car for myself because I've been grinding so hard so I can like purchase a new vehicle that I'm gonna be happy with, that to be driving for like a while. Because my newest car that I want to have it for a good minute. Like, all my cars, I've had it for a good minute. I took care of them. I get the oil changes. Maybe, like, I do push them a bit. Like, I do kind of drive kind of crazy sometimes. Like, I'd be like speeding and I'd be like turning all crazy. But like, overall, like, I keep them carefully. I don't brake hard. I don't do crazy stuff. Like, obviously, I don't do like burnouts because I never had a vehicle like that can do that type of stuff. Like, I never had a sports type vehicle, so I don't really do that type stuff. But I like, be like pushing my cars a little bit, but I don't do anything crazy. Like, I don't do go to car meets or do takeovers or anything, because then the cars I've had were like I said, sports vehicles. So I like mostly have cars just for transportation. So this time I really wanted to get a car that I really wanted, which I want a truck so I can like cruise around, and carry stuff in the back, what I'm saying, in the bed. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking. I finally found a car that I was thinking, oh, I can afford, because it was advertised as $19,997, and that's within my price range. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check it out. I was keeping an eye on it, and then, finally I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check it out. So I went to the dealership, pretending not to be interested in trucks or whatever. I was just like, oh, I'm trying to look for like an SUV. I'm just looking around right now. So, but I went all the way to Upland, which is in like kind of like central California. Kind of, not really. It's just like higher up in the mountains, supposed to like um the beach side of California, I guess, but it's closer to the mountains. So I went up there and I was just walking around, looking, and some guys went up to us like, "Oh, it's cool. You want to look at the cars or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And then so whatever, we looked around, and I saw the truck, and it was weird because it didn't have a price listing on it. So I was like, "Oh, it's probably sold already." So whatever. So I just kept on walking, and then we left, went to another dealership, and we are checking out the trucks there. But the trucks there were a little bit out of my price range. They were trying to let them go for like $34,000, and I was like, dang, that's crazy for like cash. If I would have bought it in payments, it would have been like 400 something for 72 months, so it equivalent to like 37K at the end of it. So I was like, that's kind of crazy. And they're trying to like, they were working with us. They were really patient with us. They were very nice there. It was a Toyota dealership. And then we went back because the other dealership was a Chevrolet dealership. So I'm pretty sure what happened was someone traded in their Tacoma for like a Chevrolet truck or whatever, like a Silverado or some type deal like that. I don't really know, because I don't really know why it was there in the first place, because it was a Chevrolet dealer and it was a Toyota Tacoma. But they had a bunch of random cars there, like Jeeps. They had BMWs, stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? We go back. We check on the truck and we're like, oh, we're interested in this truck. And he's like, oh, perfect. We'll let you on a little test drive and see how you like it. And went on a little test drive. It was cool. It was running smoothly. At first I thought the axles were kind of messed up because like it was kind of steering to the left a little bit. But it may have been the street, because after I like fixed it, it like was going straight for like a good minute. So I was like, all right, that seems good. The braking seems good. It didn't have that much power, but I mean, I'm not really looking for that type of stuff. Like I said, I was just looking for it to commune and to like maybe like hold my stuff in when because the whole plan of it was I was planning to get a new truck this or last year, and then start saving again to eventually move out of my folks pad, because that's what I want to do. Because I feel like I'm at that age where like I'm maturing a little bit. I'm good with money, and um, trying to like branch out a little bit and start doing my own thing and focusing on other things. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hopefully start a new life. Away from my like parents and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully this year is a little bit better. But anyways, back to the car. So we test it out, and then we go into his office, and then he's running the numbers, checking my credit score. I have a really good credit score. Um, it's in the upper 800 level. So I was pretty excited. I was like, dang, maybe I might be able to like leave this car like with a good price and stuff. And then he starts going off naming numbers. He's like, all right, so this is the deal. We're gonna do it 450 for 72 months. And I was like, what the heck? Like that doesn't really make sense. And then he told me that the warranty was only be for 3 months, which is kind of crazy because at the other place they were offering me 7 years of warranty with a car that had less, like was a 2018, and I was getting a 2019, and they're offering me 7 years of warranty. Supposed to this Chevrolet dealership, they were only offering me 3 months of warranty. So if something messed up, like the transmission completely fails, like I can't do anything about it, and I basically got finessed. So I was just like, what the heck? That's kind of weird. And then I was telling him like that doesn't really make sense, because if that were the case and it's $400 or 450 for 72 months, that means the car is worth like 34 grand, around there. I don't know the math really. It's around there, like 36, a really high price. So I was like, what the heck? Why is it advertised for 19,997 then? He's like, oh, that's not the. He was trying to like spin it, trying to like say some bull crap. And then he kept on going back to like that. He's like, okay, he left, and then he started getting an argument with his like manager or whatever. He was like, hey man, I don't deal with freaking shoppers. I deal with buyers. And I was like, what the heck, bro? And I was like, well, that's what I'm here for, to try to buy this car. But if you're not gonna give me the price, like I'm not gonna buy it. Like what the heck? So then he comes back. He's like, and he keeps on saying the same thing. He's like, I give it to you for 419 a month for 72 months. And I was like, what the heck? Like that's not what I'm agreeing on. He's like, what do you want then? What do you want? And I was like, well, you're advertising it for 19,000. Can we get it for 18,500? And then he just like slams his like hands on the desk and stuff, and he's all like, you know what, if I give it to you for that much, we're not making money. Do you not understand that? And I was like, I understand it. Then why are you advertising it for that low price if you're not gonna go on with the deal? Like I don't see how that is fair. You understand me? And then he's just getting frustrated. I could see him getting like all flustered and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, what the heck? Like then why advertise it that way? And then why are you getting upset? And then he's like, you know what? And then he slams his like freaking hands on the desk. And he's like, you know what? Good luck, good luck, good luck. And he sends us out. And I was like, all right, what the heck? So then we leave, and then I'm having dinner. And then they call me, and they're all like, oh, why'd you guys leave without like talking to me first? Blah, 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 saying all this crap. And I was just like, well, we kind of just got kicked out, man. He's like, what the heck? Well, you guys should have seen me. Like maybe I could have helped you out. And I was like, well, are you guys willing to give it for 21,000? Because that's the bottom line. I was just saying this, but I was just like, I'm borrowing money to like, like get this car, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have the money on me, like just saying stuff because they're playing games. I'm gonna play games with them back. And then he was like, I'll call you back, let me tell you. And he's like, oh, how about I give it to you for 22,500? And I was like, nah man, 21, and that's what I'm going with. And then he's like, oh come on, work with me. And I was like, how about 21,500? He's like, and he started laughing at me, and I was like, what the heck? And he's like, nah, 22. He's like, 22 flat, and I'll let you drive out with it. And I was like, how about 21,750? And he's like, hold on, I'll call you back. And then whatever, I'm having dinner with my family still. And then he calls me back. He's like, nah, I can only do 22. And I was like, all right, well, it's not going to work out, man. So thank you for your offers, and goodbye. And he's all like, oh, wait. But we'll keep in contact. We'll keep in contact. And I was just like, man, I'm so over it. Like, you guys were trying to finesse me from the beginning, and then you still want me to play nice with you guys. Like, it was just overly frustrating. Like, it's just so annoying trying to buy a car because, like, they just want you to, like, get finessed, and it's not fair, man. Like I don't appreciate like that like environment, it's like so hostile, and then they want you to buy it, they want you to just get finesse, and they make you like try to feel bad and stuff. And it's like, dude, I'm not gonna let you blind me, rob, not even blind me, like show me that you you're showing me that you're trying to finesse my money, and you're still making me feel bad for not letting you finesse my money. And it's like, what the heck, like why are you getting upset when you know what you're doing? Like, I understand that's your job, but like, come on, man, like it's not gonna work, like especially on me, like it's not gonna work. Maybe you can finesse someone else, but like come on now, like, and that's what you want, you just want to finesse people. And it's like, it's sad because it's like so grimy, like, and I never like realized like how these salesmen are like really like grimy people. Like it's such a like, I mean, and no offense to any salesman out there, but it's just like such a grimy like profession, because your whole deal is trying to take out more money from your customers than like you're like trying to advertise and stuff. And I don't know, I don't think that's cool. So I'm hoping this year, like I'm trying to save more money, more money, more money, so like I can just get the car that I want. I don't have to deal with these freaking salesmen. I could just buy the car cash, because that's what I've been saving my money for, to buy a car cash. Well, like my first thing was I was just gonna use my car till like it dies out and then buy a new car, but like move out. But I mean, I feel like I just need a new car, because I mean my car is doing okay, but it's just like it's a pretty old car. Like I need something that like isn't gonna like randomly just die out on me, because like my car is a 2007. So like yeah, I've been taking care of it, but like I don't know how long it's gonna last, because it is a very old car. So I don't know, and I take care of it at times, but a couple times like it's already like been like acting weird to me. Like luckily it's been starting, like everything's good, like the battery, I don't know how the transmission is, but I mean like it's a freaking like like it's a almost 20-year-old car at this point. Like one more year and it's 20 years already. But yeah, but that's where I'm at right now in life. And just like be careful when you go for a new car. Like make sure like you stand your ground, because I'm a pushover too, but like I'm not gonna freaking get pushed over and get finessed, because you get a new car and then you think everything's sweet, but out of nowhere you're in debt, like and that's the scariest thing to be in, like in debt, and then you have no help and stuff, and you're just like paying off this car, paying off this car. But like what if something else happens, and just an emergency happens, and you're not prepared for it? But that's a little thing to take away. That was Late for Everything. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.